How y'all doing on this good Monday? All right, let's get into it. Well, welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene, and today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello, collective. How you doing? Flowers, 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 flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. If you are an individual that is struggling from either mental health or narcissism, shameless plug, I do have a service that it's called the Chronicles of the Shadows, and the Chronicles of the Shadows basically I help you to dive deeper. Something is in my eye, y'all gotta excuse me. I help you to dive deeper into your shadows, parts of where you may be running from or where you could be hiding from, and we're able to face those issues at face value, so that way you can heal those issues and then be able to move forward. Okay, so if you're interested in that service, it's called the Chronicles of the Shadows. Within my services on TikTok, you can definitely search or click on the Service Plus option here to help you get into that service. Okay, all right, let's get into it. Channel message here is they feel hopeless. They feel hopeless and they feel helpless. Okay. So there's someone from the past here that is currently going through a war of the mind, a war of self, destruction of self, chaos of self. They don't feel like that they have the proper backings to see them through or to help them through this whole fiasco that they're currently in or currently with. We do have side in reverse here. You're not going to take this person's side, or you're not going to be at this person's side in regards to what they're currently going through. Yes, they are fully aware that they're going through karma. They're fully aware of that. And they don't want to deal with the karma. They don't want to deal with the war of the karma that is being that is surrounding them here. They don't want to deal with it. They feel like the easy way out is just by saying sorry to you or apologizing to you. That would never be the easy way, and I hope that you don't take that as the easy way out. Some people or most people only use the word apology or sorry because they want to get out of the situation that they place themselves in. So just keep that in the back of your mind moving forward. But this person here has initiated a war on self, and they can't get out of it. They feel helpless. Helpless and hopeless. They do feel like that you left them in the dust. You did. Okay, for the ones that did, please keep in mind that this is a collective read. Not everything is going to resonate with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You left this person in the dark. You left this person behind. You left this person in the past. And the moment that you left this person in the past is the moment where they now see that they're down and out, or they feel like that their foundation has been destroyed or debilitated. Mike was listening to Wyclef John or Wyclef Jean. So this is the truth here. They were telling people that they didn't need you, that you needed them, whatever. They wanted people to feel like that you were the one that was chasing after them. You were the one that was clawing after them. You were the one that was always grieving after them. You were the one that was always begging to be with them. And none of those things are true. What's coming to the surface here is that they finally are in the bed that they made for themselves. They told people that you would not leave them alone. They told people that you were constantly stalking them, checking for them, watching their every move, watching their page. You don't care about this person. You really don't. This person could be struggling with hunger or thirst, and you wouldn't even care. You don't care about this person. You were the main character in this person's story, and they needed that story to stick because you were the one that was making their life interesting. But the only way that you're making their life interesting is by them speaking gossip and lies about you. It's just not working at all. Nothing that they're doing is working. It's just failing. It's just falling to the wayside. Everything's breaking down around them. Everything's being destroyed around them. They don't know how to rebuild after what they destroyed. They don't know how to rebuild. They don't know how to come back around. They don't know how to keep their head above water. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to heal themselves. They don't know how to connect with source or spirit or divine. They don't know how to do that. They're banking on you to get you to help them with that. Again, like I said, I'm just an advisor. I'm a spiritual advisor. I don't advise you to help them with this. I just don't. I'm really big on an eye for an eye. That's just me. Not everybody may relate or resonate with what I'm saying, and that's fine. But I'm just really big on an eye for an eye. I'm big on, if you try to stick my eye out, you should be okay with me sticking both of your eyes out. If you're coming for one of my eyes, well, fair exchange ain't no robbery. Well, I'm going to stick you in both your eyes. That's just how I think. That's just how I feel. That's how I do things. This person wasn't expecting you to turn the other cheek, or they weren't expecting you to turn your back on them. They weren't expecting you to ignore them. They were expecting you to help them get out of what they created for self. It's just not working. You don't want anything to do with this person. You don't care about this person. You may despise this person. You may have a strong hate for this person. You don't care. And you not caring and them realizing that you don't care, it really bothers them. These nasty MFers out here who really feel like that they have control over you, they don't have control over you. They do not. The control that they thought or assumed that they did have over you were your emotions. They don't have any control over your emotions. They didn't catch anything, or they didn't tie you to anything. That is in reverse. You're not a fish. Or I'll say you're not a fish that is easily to attain or easily to catch. Okay, you're one of them rare fishes, one of those rare crustaceans or otherworldly sea creatures that is very hard to hook. Yes. You're very hard to hook. As I mentioned before, most people think silence is a form of being afraid. It's not. Sometimes silence is more powerful than the words that you speak. Sometimes you stepping away and just ignoring or not responding to what this person may have had to say about you, it's not affecting you in the way that they anticipate. For some odd reason, they feel like gossip is supposed to be the end all be all for you, which is just weird. You're supposed to listen to what they say. You're supposed to agree to what they say. You're supposed to confirm what they say. And you're supposed to write out this whole storyline in regards to what they said about you. Please keep in mind and always remember that there are many options that you can select or that you can choose from when it comes to whoever that you're dealing with. And this is what they're learning here. They're losing hope because they're caught. They're caught up in the web, the scheme of lies, the scheme of trying to hurt you. They're caught up in the hearsay and the gossip in regards to what they said about you. So someone feels knee deep, or they feel deep. They feel like they're in a feat of trouble, or they feel like that they're in a knee deep or near feet of trouble. They're in a lot of trouble, basically, is what I'm saying. And they're trying to carefully etch themselves out of it by getting themselves out and placing you where they currently are. It's just not going to work. Somebody has a false recording of you stating that they saw you somewhere. They didn't see you anywhere. That's what they said that they did. Saw is in reverse. And they have some form of a false recording or picture of you being at a certain area or a certain place recently. And the reason why they did that is because they want people to feel like that they still have connections, or they still are connected to you, and they're not. Someone's name is Tabitha, Tyree. Someone's name is Tyron. Yeah, they're stressed out by sudden changes here. They're just basically stressed out by you not helping them. That's what it is. You won't help them. And they're giving other people an earful or a negative earful as to why you won't help them. Someone is refusing to leave a home, or they're trying to ride out the duration of the time spent within a home. So it could be an actual home that someone purchased or a home that someone rents. But someone is trying to dip out of foreclosure, or they're trying to hide from foreclosure, or they're trying to hide from being evicted. They're just making matters a lot worse here. There's someone that can't take care of a child currently. Someone is struggling with either a child or children. Overall, they're struggling. They feel like that they can do it without your help, but they cannot. They don't want this child removed from the home that the child currently stays in, because it's going to prove to them that they can't take care of the child. They don't want the child to have access to you because they know that if the child has access to you, the child will tell you everything of what's going on or what has transpired. And they don't want that to happen. Again, please keep in mind, this is a collective read. It is not going to resonate with everybody. If you don't have a child, then shh, stay quiet, okay? If you never had a child by someone, if you don't have kids by someone, shh, then the message is not for you, okay? We have self-control in reverse. Yeah, so they're running out of self-control, or they're running out of regulating self. So this person only thinks about money. They use this child for money, or they took this child for, it was just all about money. Money has stopped coming in from either the government. They were defrauding the government. They were using your information. Please keep in mind, this is a collective read. Not everything gonna resonate with you. For the one that do resonate with this story, they were trying to take out, or they were using your name in a food stamp or health insurance through the state, okay? And the reason why they did it through your name here is because if anything was to backfire, if anyone was to find out what they were doing, then of course you would get the blame, or you would get the brunt of the blame for it. But that's not working here. So someone has been illegally using your social security to secure funds from the state. They're going to have to pay this back. Not only will they have to pay this back, they're also going to end up in jail as well too. Okay? The only reason why they took a child from you or they disconnect you from a child is so that way the government can fund their lifestyle. They love food stamps and they love insurance. They love to have the government fund them so that way they don't have to work. Okay? You may have been married to this person at one point in time. This person is in financial failure. So if they have a mother or father that they put all their trust into here, this is who they did it for. So if you share a child with this person here, what they're doing is that they're giving, or they're allotting the information of the child to either be the child's grandmother or grandfather, however it resonates. But they're using that person to use you in a way to where they capitalize off of your information. Could be a Libra, however it resonates. There is a Libra here that was using darker energies or dark magic here. I just saw it, this disappeared, it'll be come back. But we'll put them as a fake empress here. Okay, there is a older Libra energy here that is a fake empress here. So this is what I'm hearing. Again, please keep in mind, this is a collective read. It's not going to resonate for everybody. Okay. For the ones that do resonate, if you're not in contact with the child right here, I strongly feel that a child may have been adopted underneath a grandmother or grandfather's name. The reason why I feel a child may have been adopted by grandmother or grandfather is because they want to defraud the government. That's what they want to do. I don't know anything about foster care or adoption or anything of that nature, but I strongly do feel that a child that you may share with an ex-lover and you don't have connection with, I strongly feel that they gave rights to their mother or father to like basically have control, or more so they take over like the benefits of the child, the well-being of the child, the care of the child, things of that nature. They wanted to push you out so that way you don't have a say. They try to put you in court to make you seem like you're unwell, unstable, you're not doing well mentally, so that way they can take the child from you so they can benefit from the child. That's the only reason why they did this here. Okay. There's some messages coming here, and you're going to be learning about this. So again, this is not going to resonate for everybody. It's a collective read. But I strongly do feel that if you're not connected to a child, I strongly feel that they may have tried to adopt this child under false pretenses underneath either your ex's mother's name or your ex's father's name. Because they don't want you having no control, no action. They don't want you to have access to the child, anything of that nature here. Because if you were to have access to the child or be aware as to what they're doing to the child, it's not going to happen. It's not going to play out or pan out in the way that they anticipate. They did a lot of spell work here to hide or to cloak what they have done. Yep, devil in disguise. Okay? This person that you were dealing with from the past, this ex-lover that you share a child with, they're nothing but bad luck here. That's all they are. It's bad luck. All they want to do is push bad luck onto you, but they want to make sure that their family benefits from the bad luck that they're trying to push onto you here. Yeah, they're very toxic. Very, very, very toxic. Okay. Then we have emotional exhaustion here. Then we have irresponsible. So not only are they irresponsible, they're emotionally exhausted and they're very toxic. The reason why they're emotionally exhausted because everything they're doing towards you is just not working out. It's not affecting you and it's not affecting the child. Thank goodness. It's not affecting you or it's not affecting the child. Thank goodness. So they created some form of a false narrative or sob story in regards to you losing rights or custody of this child so they can adopt this child, but it was all for money. Now they're burnt out because all of the work that they have done to do this towards you and your child, they're being burnt out by it. We have lack of confidence as well. You will also get justice for this. The dreams come true is in reverse. So the dream that they wanted to manifest is actually an actual nightmare. It's not going to work out in the way that they anticipate here. They're telling people that you are coming off as dangerous. They're telling people that the reason why you lost your child is because of illegal activity. All that is incorrect. The reason why you may not be connected or you may have been disconnected from a child here is because they created nothing but egregious lies in court here to make you look like an unfit or unwell parent. That's what they did. They worked with a false lawyer here that works more so in the darker aspects of things here, who don't use their gifts or their abilities in the right side or the right side of things here. They use it on the negative side. This is the type of lawyer that if you give them money quietly, you can kind of push it hush hush to them. That's the type of person that will take extorted type of gifts to solidify their service. Okay. Could be a Leo, you could be, or they could be, however it resonates. So far we have Leo and so far we have Libra. That is the hidden agenda. Yep, and they're going broke by hiding it. They're going broke by trying to hide what they have done towards you here. We have bully here. They can't bully you because you're aware as to what they've done. They're expecting you to have anger issues, or they're expecting you to like crash out or to yell and be belligerent and to scream out, yeah, 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 and you ain't. Like, this is what they were expecting for you to do here. You're not doing this, or you're not giving them the expectation as to what they expected from you, and they don't know how to move forward because they put all their eggs in a basket here in regards to trying to get you to come off as if you have a mental illness. And you don't. There's nothing wrong with you. Divine collective. You don't have a mental illness. Toxic family deemed that you have a mental illness, but you don't. they have the mental illness. Remember, the individual that has a mental illness, and not all, okay? Not all, some. But for the individuals in this way or in this space or in this stance that is working in this manner here, they're the one that has the mental illness. They're the one that's trying to cover up and trying to pay other people to keep things quiet. That's mental illness. The ones that know that they are very intentional in regards to the harsh, negative karmic things that they're doing towards other people, that's mental illness. Lying habitually to other people to try to save face based on the lies that they're trying to hide, that's mental illness. Trying to defraud the government or use the government in their favor or for their benefits, that's a form of mental illness. I could keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. Hey Mary, you don't have to time them out, just block them the next time. Let me get him out of here. Yeah, just block them. Yeah. Okay, let's see who else. Yeah, just block them, boo. Don't give them no time out. Just block them. Okay, hide you and see who else is on here. Okay. All right. Could be a Capricorn. That's suffering in silence because of what they've done towards this child. Now they're realizing that they're causing a lot of hurt towards this child for this child to not be connected with you. They're realizing they're causing a lot of hurt here. And they're paying for that. They thought that if they were to use your child against you, that it would have put you in a position to where you would come towards them or you would gravitate towards them. That was all a ploy to get you to get closer to the child so they can cause harm towards you. And then the same breath or in the same sentence here, if the child is asking, hey, where's mom? Where's dad? They'll turn around and say, well, mom don't like you. Mom don't want to be around you. Dad don't want to be around you. They fill the child's head with negative stories or scenarios as to why you don't come around. All that's being exposed here. Yes, they laid roots. They manifested and laid negative roots within the mind or psyche off of this child that you share with this person here to get this child to feel like that you will never return or you will never come and see them. You will never get to connect with them or anything of that nature. And they don't realize that it could potentially cause a harmful cognitive effect or emotional effect on this child here, but karma's in reverse, which is actually a good thing. So they're trying to affect this child in a negative way, but karma's in reverse. This child will not be affected by it in a negative way. They'll make a complete 100% turnaround. That's the shocking message, because you pray over your child as you should. I could be in Timbuktu. I could be on the moon. Shoot, I could be on Pluto. I could be in a whole nother galaxy. You got to pray. A shocking message here. Your prayers are too strong to penetrate this child's, we'll say psyche, or it's too strong to affect the child in the way that they are anticipating for it to affect the child. We have stuck energy and stuck here. It's not the child, it's the actual other parent. So the parent that you shared the child with, so either the child's mother or the child's father, however resonates, and their mother or father. So it'll be either the grandmother or the grandfather here. And people are being spiritually awakened to that. For some odd reason, this other parent that you share a child with really has a personal vendetta against you or towards you here. The personal vendetta is that if you don't want them, no one else can have you. They feel like that they can make your life a living hell. because you don't want to be with them. You may have said it verbatim, you may have said it verbally, maybe you may not have said anything at all. But it wanted to make an example out of you and the child that you shared with them to make you feel like that you will be superior to them, or you'll be more so weakened to them, and you're not any of those things. Don't be surprised if you get a call that this other parent here has, transitioned, okay? So the other parent that you shared the child with, they have mother issues. So they listen to their mother figure, but the mother figure does not have good intentions for the sake of the other parent that you shared the child with. There's no good advice given. We do also have paraphernalia use as well too. So the other parent that you shared the child with, they could be struggling through vices. Yeah, you were dealing with the child that you shared, if you catch my drift, the other parent that you shared the child with, they're very karmic in nature. Very, very karmic in nature, and they will not be receiving good news at all. Could be an Aquarius, however it resonates. They have this child locked up somewhere. So remember, if you can remember your past, meaning like you may have went through an experience where you were locked up, you were very quiet, you weren't able to come outside and play, you weren't able to be amongst other children around your age or peers around your age. You had a very strict upbringing when you were young. This is what they're currently trying to do to this child here. They're trying to reenact what you went through, but with this child. Show off is in reverse. So they may not show off this child. This child might be in the back burner, might be behind closed doors, very quiet. Not a lot of people are aware of this child, or this family dynamic don't speak about this child. They only speak a little bit of this child existence, but it's more so to kind of put them what you went through here, and that's not going to happen. Yep, that is the message here. Hey, Harold, thank you. Yeah, it's a false person that you were in a connection with, that's going to jail, which is a message of concern for them. So currently, in regards to what I can tap into in regards to this child here, I don't feel any type of negativity going around this child because, can I say that? We'll just say the child's protected. That's all I can say. Spirit doesn't want me to go in too deep as to how protected this child is. It's for good reasoning, so I won't tap into that too deep. But know that this baby is safe, okay? We do have mature woman here that is in despair. Okay, so this mature woman could be sick for what they have done towards this child, okay? Or what they attempted to do towards this child. But there's a mature woman that is sick here. Yep. So this mother figure here wanted to dictate as to how you raise your child when you've had the child, or when you were around the child at the time. they may have frowned upon, or they may have always had some form of a negative remark or feedback in regards to how you may have raised your child, or how you may have been taking care of your child. That makes sense. Yeah, we have courthouse here. All of this is going to end in court. I'm gonna have to start sharing start sharing more in regards to the messages that come to me. But there's a woman that I follow that's heavily into astrology. And I'm really big on astrology because astrology basically tells you things. Well, anywho, it tells you things, it prepares you for things. And she has mentioned, I mentioned as well, that Pluto is going to be retrograde, I believe, in Aries. Let me double check. It's in Aquarius. Okay, I take that back. It's in Aquarius. Pluto is in Aquarius. And she mentioned, I actually wrote her name down, so I'm going to make a post on YouTube and Instagram. But she made a post surrounding like court cases, estrangement around children. She also mentioned reunification with children. A lot of great things, a lot of great points surrounding children. From now, I want to believe Mercury retrograde is, yes, is retrograde in Aquarius at the 3rd degree. Okay, so it's from, I believe it's from a couple days back, let's say 2 days back, all the way up until like October 16th or something like that. You will have to double check on your own time. But as I mentioned, if I find a post, or when I find a post, I'll repost it, reshare it, so you guys can read it as well too. So if you're going through any type of like court cases, custodial cases, whether it's a mother, a father, a grandparent, an aunt, like whoever is trying to keep you from connecting to this child or raising this child here, they have a lot of hell that they have to pay. They're going to be put underneath the jail, okay? Because this is not good for a child's mental health or psyche over time. It's like they're trying to create like a monster out of this child, if that makes sense, but it's not going to happen. Because I just keep hearing this protection is way too strong over this child or this children, however it resonates. Hey, Brandon. Oops. All of this was just for money. Dirty offer. That's all it was for. That's all it was for money. Defrauding the government, defrauding you, defrauding your name. You don't want to be with this person. This person want to make an example out of you, want to force things to be in a certain way here. Yeah, with no facts. So they lied. They never had any facts. They had nothing but opinions, but they lied in regards to why they felt that this child was in a better position to be with them over you here. What they did was they set you up to put you in a position where you come off as a unwell or unhealed parent. They position you to where you may have lost a lot of things, your car, your home, things of that nature here, to present to the court that you are unable or you're not stable enough to take care of this child. And this could be the reason why this child was taken away from you. They literally were hustling you or hustling the court to take this child away from you. And they also were giving money as well to the court. And this is why they're getting bad karma. The child was nothing but a cash cow for them. That's it. That's all. Then they tried to cyberbully you. So not only did they take the child away from you or disconnect you from the child, then they begin to cyberbully you here to make you look like that you're unwell. So they took the child away from you. Then they want to heckle you. So that way you come off as unstable or unwell. Yes, so if you're worrying about them taking you for child support, and I'll even pull as well too, they may attempt to take you for child support if you're on the end where you don't have the child living with you. They may try to take you for child support. If they try to take you for child support, it's not going to work. I'm going to look at it from both sides, okay? So we have the 5 of Wands here, and we have the 9 of Cups. Okay, and we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's cool. So if you're on the receiving end, meaning that you don't have connection to this child, and this other parent is trying to put you on child support, I'm going to look at it from different scenarios. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. That's in reverse. Okay, so there is a resolution coming to the end, the loss of wealth or the loss of funds. Okay, so if you don't have access to the child, they're trying to put you on child support, one scenario is that it's not going to work. They're not going to receive it. Another scenario here is if you are on child support here, they're going to reevaluate your case, and you won't have to pay child support anymore. If they reevaluate your case and they realize it could be like an overpayment or more so lies, they get new evidence in regards to support that you should not be paying child support in the beginning, you may actually get that back from the person that you had to pay child support to for the child. If you are taking them for child support, it may work in the beginning. I have to be completely honest here. It may work in the beginning, but after time, they're going to try to find some form of a loophole where they're going to get out of the situation, and they may not pay for child support anymore. I have to be very honest with you, okay? So take that how that resonates. So 9 of Swords is here, extreme. So again, if they're taking you for child support, they won't get anything. That's one scenario. The other scenario here is that they may be trying to take you back to court to get the case to be reevaluated, okay? If that is the case, because they want to be greedy or they want to overextend or over-embellish for money, what's going to happen then if you are the one that has to pay child support for this child? It's going to get dismissed or it's going to get thrown out to where you don't have to pay anymore, okay? Now, if you are on the end of where you are taking someone for child support, okay, there is a strong possibility that it may stop. I have to be honest. It may stop. They may find a loophole as to why you don't deserve the child support that you do deserve. And if you're on the receiving end of, meaning you taking someone for child support and they're trying to take it away from you, check out the loophole. So this is something that has not happened yet. So I'm looking into the future and helping you out now. If you're on the receiving end and you're receiving child support from someone, maybe it just started up or whatever the case may be, okay? They're going to use lying. They're going to lie in court to try to get you to continue to pay for child support. But you have enough evidence and enough information, because they're going to use the same old dated, worn out evidence that they so-called had built against you. So knowing that information, that pertinent information, they're going to try to use that against you in court, and it's not going to work, okay? See? Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's not going to work. So however, whatever scenario that you could be currently in, it's not going to work. Okay? The World is in reverse. It's not going to work. Okay? I gave 3 different scenarios, so place yourself as to however it resonates for you, okay? We have the Tower, okay? We have the Tower here. So whatever plan that they're trying to dredge up or whatever plan they're trying to do towards you or against you, it's not going to work. Okay? Yes. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, which is actually good. They're going to have to pay it back, pay back the debt, or there's going to be some form of new information within the actual case against you and another person. 5 of Pentacles is in reverse, which is actually good. You're going to be recovering, or you're going to feel like a relief has been placed upon you. And this is all because of the two of Cups in reverse. Disharmony, a disagreement, a breakup, etc., etc. Okay? You're going to be receiving happy news, Page of Cups. You will be receiving happy news because with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, it's like the courts are going to find out with the moon that something's not right, something is off. So you may get a new processor, you may get a new judge, you may get some kind of new employee or employer that is reopening the case, reevaluating the case, re-engaging in the case, and is going to work in your favor, okay? It's going to work in your favor. 6 of Wands, victories, going to work in your favor. Not only will you be, so if you are paying child support, not only will you be taken off of child support, you'll be reunited with the child, okay? That's with the Wheel of Fortune. And the High Priest, the High Priestess. You weren't aware, or you just have an inkling, or you just have that paternal or maternal feeling that everything is going to work out in the way that it needs to work out for you. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the High Priest or High Priestess. The High Priestess basically is you have an inner knowing that something is going to happen. You see, or you're able to see, or you may have premonitions before something happens. You know what I mean? Like you get evidence or proof that something is about to happen. 5 of Cups is in reverse, which is actually really good, okay? So like there's hope with the 4 of Wands. Everything is going to work out for you, okay? Everything is going to work out for you with the Justice. Come talk to him, Spirit. 5 of Swords in reverse. You have Justice upright and 5 of Swords in reverse. You're going to win this battle. It's going to end the conflict. You are going to win this battle. You are. Long time coming, but truly deserved. You're going to win this battle. Okay, I'll take it. We have the Sun and the Death card. I'll take it. Could be a Leo or a Scorpio. Justice is Libra. But we have the Sun and we have the Death here. The sun is illuminating all what's going on, and the death card is what's putting it to rest. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Everything is being put to rest. Everything is being brought to the forefront with the sun. You could be a Leo, or you could be a Scorpio, or they could be however it resonates. But you're able to see everything, and it's being put to rest. New opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so that's to kind of put your mind at ease. Continue doing what you're doing. You know, your protection and things of that nature for the baby or for your child, okay? But it's not going to fail. So if you feel, maybe you may feel helpless, maybe you may feel hopeless, but I'm here to tell you everything is going to be fine, okay? We have health here. Everything's going to be okay, okay? Yeah, look, changes. Okay, we have changes here. We have changes. Good changes. After the change that comes about, it's going to be nothing but peace and love. Literally, peace and love. Peace and love. And this may be too early to say now. I'm still going to say it. But after a while, you're going to find humor in this. You may not find humor in it now. And I get it. I understand. I can completely resonate with it. But over time, like once everything gets back to normalcy for you and this child or children, you're going to find humor in this. Yep, Spirit is telling you to trust yourself. Is this happiness? Okay, trust yourself. The more you trust yourself. Yeah, patience. This is kidnapping. They use a judicial system to lie to kidnap a child. That's what they did. I don't care if it's the other parent. That's what they did. They lied maliciously in court under the guise of other people that might be much more knowledgeable or much more in tune with certain types of verbiage or information when it comes to court proceedings. They knew what they were doing, and they did this on purpose because you didn't want anything to do with them. Well, now they have bigger fish to fry. Not only do you don't want anything to do with them, they have to they're going to have, yeah, look, lawyer and lost soul. A lawyer and lost soul. There is a lawyer that is not on the up and up. There's a lawyer that's negative, that uses their abilities for negativity here, try to railroad you because they were paid extra under the table. That's the message you are receiving, or the message you need to receive. And you are here to avenge everything that they have done towards you. You are. You're here to avenge all that they have done towards you here. That's what they're not expecting. Could be a lot of red tape or a lot of yellow tape surrounding this situation or this issue at hand here. But because of your elder, however it resonates, maybe you look at spirit as an elder. Maybe you have an elder that you can trust, that you speak with. Maybe you're getting advice from a loved one that has transitioned, pre-transitioned over. Could be a grandmother, a great-grandmother, a grandfather, a great-grandfather, however it resonates. But there's someone elderly that you are receiving confirmation from. Maybe you consider God or source as elderly. Again, however it resonates in your story. But there's someone here that you are receiving guidance from, and they are the firemen, or basically they're going to help you or save you or rescue you from this here. Yes, continue searching. You keep searching for spiritual guidance. Keep searching, and you're going to find exactly what you're looking for. Keep searching in a positive way, of course. Keep searching, and you're going to find it. We have magician in reverse, and we also have influence in reverse. Yep, magician and influencer. They can't influence anything in your life. They can't influence negativity in your life. They can't use magicianary skills or workings to shift your life. They can't do that. It's not working. Yeah, this person that you share a child with is an imposter. They're not real. They're fake. They don't want the child. They just want the child for money, for finances, to help take care of their family, their elder family, their mother, their father, whatever, however. That's the only reason why that child is there. We have goodbye, this career, defrauding the government as their career is over. We have great news. As I mentioned, you will receive great news. It might be, this is collectively speaking, could be by June, it could be by July of this year. Like all of the chaos is going to end or has ended around June or July of this year. Sabotage is, we have sabotage and we have bad news. This is not for you. This is more for them. So we have sabotage, bad news, and the past. The past that they have done is now being brought to the forefront, and they're receiving nothing but bad news because of how they sabotage what they have done from the past. Yeah, keep thinking that your past is hidden. I don't care who you are. You could think whatever you want to think. Keep thinking that your past is hidden and it will never be exposed or discovered. We have positive in reverse. Yeah, they feel helpless. They know that somebody is watching them. They don't like that. They don't like that police officers are watching them. They don't like that other people are watching them. So it puts them in a position where they can't do what they would normally do towards this child. So it's not working. Because they're in too deep. They know they're being watched. So they stop doing things towards this child. I have to be honest. I know it's a trigger warning. I got to get the message out. Yeah, they provoke this child. They do. But the child is divinely guided and protected. They put this child in a position where they become overlooked. They're doing it on purpose. The same thing they did to you is what they're trying to do to this child. Yeah, but childhood issues is in reverse. Yeah, childhood issues is in reverse. They really thought that if they took the child away from you, that that would have pushed you to come back towards them. That's what they wanted for you to do. And if you were to come back towards them, they would have hurt you or harmed you. That's what they were trying to do. See, that's the choice. They were celebrating quietly because they just knew, oh yeah, we're going to take the collective child away from them, and we just know they're going to come back towards us. And that's what they were anticipating. They were expecting for you to be trapped or be trapped in this so-called trap that they had for you. But they're caught in the act. Their cold-bloodedness caught them in the act. You caught them in the act. Now they're trying to lawyer up with an actual real lawyer, but no one is going to take their case, or no one is going to assist them, or no one's going to help them, because this case is not only is it bizarre, but this case is going to be the talk of the town for a very long time in regards to how far this person went to retaliate against you. Yeah. Now they're trying to lawyer up with a real lawyer here. We have resigned. So whoever was on your case, that appointed person may actually resign, or they may excuse themselves or recuse themselves from the situation or from the case here. There's a lot of distorted messages that are between this ex-lover and this appointed person here. And you're getting a lot of evidence, overwhelming evidence from angelic ancestors. Okay, I'll be petty today. So Grief says on YouTube, y'all schizo. Who's schizo? Grief. And y'all don't block that heifer. I just want to know what I feel like being a little petty today, you know? Y'all know how my petty can get sometimes. So, Mr. or Mrs. Schizo, Grief on YouTube. I hope that your behind don't go in hiding now. Okay? You said y'all schizo. What you mean by that? I need you to elaborate completely in regards to what you mean by us when you say us. Exactly who do you mean when you say that? Because your name is Grief. Your first name is Grief. Or your username is Grief. So we just waiting on you to see what's up. Yeah. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Tanya, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, boo. Thank you. May it be returned right back to you 1,000,000 times fold. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That. Thank you. Okay, going back to Grief. So what you mean by what you said? We're not going to talk about my good looks. I know I look great. I know you're mad because you can't look like me. I know you're mad because you can't pull off this color that I'm wearing. I get it. So we're not going to talk about how I look and stuff like that, because that's just a deflection, because basically you're just telling me here that you don't have a rebuttal, or you don't have any sound and facts to solidify as to what you stated before. So again, my question to you here, we're not talking about my looks. We know I look good. Thank you, boo. So we're not worrying about that. The question here, Grief, yeah, ha. You said we schizo. Well, what do you mean by that before I get into you? What do you mean by that, Grief? Okay. So Grief says on YouTube, because this is a fake practice. Okay. What makes this a fake practice? Got me choking on my water and shit, y'all. What exactly, how does this make this a fake practice? Since you know everything, I'm going to give you the floor. That doesn't make sense. You're saying everything, LMAO. That doesn't make sense. What exactly are you able to pinpoint specifically in regards to what will make what I'm doing a false practice? That's my question to you. Don't dance around the question. Don't ignore the question. Answer the question in regards to how I'm addressing you, okay? Yeah, it's just they don't have an answer. What they're basically saying, you're flipping cardboard. It's not an answer. Let me see what else is it saying. We know the sky is blue already. They don't have any good sounding information or facts, substantial facts to basically prove as to what they're saying is true. It's just falseness that they're saying here. So they really don't have anything. But what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to lay into you, since you thought that you can lay into me. As I mentioned, no one, I don't care who you are, what background you come from. If you come on any of my channels, you would never, ever, ever outshine the heckler. I'm just being completely honest with you here. But Grief, since you have some time today, let's tap into you to see what you got going on, because I got a little time today. Now, Grief. Now, if bullshit come out these cards, Grief. Oh, Grief. Baby, Grief. Now, BS come out these cards here, Grief. Let's see. Grief is a liar. Oh, Grief. Grief. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, Grief. I got to be careful what I say here. Interesting. Grief has a lot of secrets. A lot of secrets Mr. and Mrs. Grief have. We have STD here. So you're burning. Okay. So we have STD here. We also have this word, this card here. I ain't going to say what this is here, but we're going to see what it says here. Okay. So we're not going to say what this is here. So this is what Mr. or Mrs. Grief do on their leisure time. There's a so-called friend here that's in rival competition, or you could be in rival competition with Mr. or Mrs. Grief here. No, this is what came out for you, boo. Okay? And as a matter of fact, because I know that you're into child's foolishness here, we're going to get you up out of here. But anywho, so Mr. Grief is into this type of play here. This is what they're into here. There's a so-called rival or friend here that is holding their secrets here, and it's all going to be exposed for everyone to see here. So you have charges surrounding this. We are not in the same league here, Mr. Grief. We're just not. And then you have an STD that you're spreading around. You're a liar. You're a habitual liar at that. You don't want people to know of the secrets that you share or that you hold. Your STD. And then you also belong to the streets. That's why I be asking the specific questions in regards to the type of things that they be saying here. It just doesn't make sense. You want us to be worrying about you when you out here causing this to individuals. You belong to the streets with an STD. And you a so-called liar. Okay, grief. Whatever you say, grief. Whatever you say, grief. Yeah, grief is too good to be true. Yeah, grief is too good to be true. I get it. I get it. And they're going to get you soon. Oh, yeah, we got domestic violence here. Oh, yeah, they're going to catch up with grief soon. So I ain't worried. You should be, though. Cold-hearted. That's what they hiding. Yeah, grief. Right. Anywho, and then we have one more card that I'm gonna move forward. It says childhood trauma. So this is what you've been doing towards other young adolescents here. It may have happened to you when you were a child and you didn't heal in regards to what has transpired or happened towards you here. So now you want to inflict it onto other innocent adolescents here. They're gonna deal with you, grief. They're gonna deal with you. Don't worry. I ain't making it up. Yeah, they're going to deal with you, Mr. Grief. Let's keep moving forward. Anywho, we have jail here. We have secret lover. This secret lover of this ex that you're dealing with may tell on this person because of what they may have been trying to do towards this child here. So this ex-lover here is again trying to pay off they're trying to pay off anyone that will stay quiet in regards to what they have done, and it's not working. Yeah, there's someone that's going to be singing like a bird, or they're going to be singing, or they're going to be talking about it. That makes sense. So I feel like this person that may, yeah, so we have help here and then we have time. So this ex-lover knows that they ran out of time in regards to what they have done towards this child here. I do feel like that the person that they were with recently, they're not with this person anymore. This person has completely left them high and dry because of the type of dealings or the type of things that they're into here. But with the with this here, this time running out and this calling out for help, they're going to feel betrayed by the lover that they disconnected from you to be with. They're going to feel betrayed by them. This is jail time. This is manipulation of a child. This is emotional manipulation, mental manipulation, psychological manipulation, physical manipulation as well. They're trying to make this child afraid to speak up. But this child holds a lot of secrets in regards to what the other parent has tried to do towards you here. Yeah, see, we have pick locks here. It's like they're trying to pick the child's mind or brain in regards to what you could be doing. The 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. Who are you with? Why are you with this person? Where, when? They're trying to get information out of a child in regards to what you're doing here. And they're not getting anything. So we have this person is like distressed or feeling very down or saddened because they can't receive any information about you. Why do you need to go through a child to receive information? Why not just come directly towards the collective? But yet again, someone's name is Desiree or Destiny. This baby's gonna need a lot of healing, mentally especially, emotionally especially. They're going to have to learn to regain trust of others. It's going to take some time for this child to heal, or more so to trust again. They're going to have a hard time with that. You're going to have to create a new reality or create a new world or a new environment in a positive way for this child or baby. I call all babies under 18 babies, okay? So they're 15, 16, they're still a baby, but baby, okay? So take it how it resonates. But I do feel like that they're going to come out the victor. Even though they're young or young in spirit, they're going to have a lot to say, or they're going to have a lot to offer the world at such a young age. So to be honest here, I do feel like when you are connected back or reunited back with this child permanently, I do feel like this child is going to have they're going to change the world as well too. They have a place in this world. We have create and we have release ritual, which is actually good. So you're creating a new environment where they can release the negativity and usher in the new. Yeah, it's going to manifest beautifully for them. Yeah, it's going to manifest beautifully for them. Beautifully. Overall, this is a really good read overall. Like a really great read. We have finish line here. Yeah, flow. This is a great read. Overall, after all is said and done, this child or baby, they'll be okay. They'll be more than okay. And you are finally going to be able to get that opportunity to be that dad that you want to be, or that mom that you want to be. But yeah, I like this. The ending is great. Okay. We have Aries. We have Sag. We have Leo. We have Capricorn. Aries. Cancer. You're welcome. We have Capricorn. We have Virgo. Let's do 2 more. Aries. And we have Taurus. Okay. So If that resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Yeah, if so, thank you. I'm fighting back tears. Let it all out, boo. It's part of the healing process. It's part of the healing journey. Okay. Definitely let all those emotions out. Don't allow that to stifle you as to how you truly feel. Let it out. It's a part of the healing journey because yeah, when you're finally reunited with this child, you're going to need all the patience and care and love in the world. But everything is going to work out in a positive way, in the way that it needs to work out. Okay. Um, how do you bond with a child you never knew? Just by start doing it, getting down to their level, whatever age. And this is just an example. Let's say the child is like 7 or 8 years old. Well, then you're going to have to come down to their level, 7 or 8 years old, and just see life from their point of view or their world or their perspective. What does normally a 7 or 8 year old might be into? And this just as examples, could be Sesame Street, whatever, however, and get to be more acclimated of the things that they normally do in their world, if that makes sense. And the more that you're inviting yourself into the world, the more they're going to open up for you. So that's an example. How do you bond with the child you never knew? Okay, so that's just one example. All right. So until next time, guys, go out there and be freaking great. Ignore the naysayers. And I will see y'all in the next one. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gifts. It is truly appreciated. Thank you so much for that tip. Truly appreciate it. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.